All right, Spuddies. Welcome back, Mandy Van Zanen, to the SpudFit YouTube channel.
Hi.
Round of applause for Mandy.
Is this the way it's going to go?
Oh, sorry. I couldn't help it. Sometimes
You can.
Sometimes I like to be... I can't help it. Sometimes I like to be cheesy.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's just... Don't pretend like you're immune to it.
Okay, I won't pretend.
All right. I've had lots and lots and lots of emails and messages and things like that over the last couple of years from people who, well, obviously women.
Yeah, usually.
Usually, mostly women.
Gonna get to the rest of it now.
Yeah, who are either pregnant or breastfeeding and wanting advice on getting healthy and dealing with food issues and all sorts of questions around that sort of area. And yeah, now's a good opportunity, I guess, to start exploring that a bit more, since I have a pregnant lady who lives
on
with
hand.
me. She happens to share a house, so
I'm always hanging around
Yeah.
in the background. Yeah.
So yeah, let's use that.
Talk about that.
Yeah,
All right,
let's talk
as
about
well.
that. So yeah, what do you tell us something to talk?
Okay. Well, I guess I just wanted to talk about what I think is good nutrition whilst pregnant, because well, I certainly don't follow my advice perfectly. That is the aim, and I think I know a bit about what it means to eat healthily while pregnant. And I think overridingly,
Well, you have done it before.
I've done it before. I had a
Obviously.
so this is my second pregnancy. Teddy was born 4 and a bit years ago, and I sailed through all of that with no issue. And the birth too, which I think probably a bit of that comes down to nutrition.
A lot of it. You're eating really well.
I was eating really
Yeah.
well. I did have a chip. I have a chip issue, hot chip issue, but that hasn't arisen
You don't
this
really
time.
at the moment, though.
Now I have a peaches issue.
Yeah, well, that's a
which
better
is not
issue.
an I have all I want to do is eat peaches.
A
So
peach
I wish I'd done
problem.
that just before
A peach problem is not a problem
no, it's not a problem.
unless there are no peaches.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, that's what happens most of the year. But this time around, yeah. So I've had one very healthy pregnancy and birth, and very good breastfeeding experience, like lots of milk once it happened, and this time so far amazing. I just had an appointment yesterday, and they're always you're vegan and worrying about it, and then they do all my checkup stuff and go okay, well, there's not much to say. So
So we want to share a bit about what you're doing and how you're doing it and why you're doing it, and hopefully
and what I'm trying to do better.
And what you're trying to do
there
better.
are definitely areas to improve.
and hopefully use your experience of your pregnancy this time
Yeah.
to help other people
Yeah,
who
well,
are going through the same thing.
I think
and
it's
people who want to, it's possible. I guess I'm
That's
not
what
the
I'm
one who
gonna-
should be talking here, but it's possible to not give in to the idea that you're always eating for two and you can have whatever you want.
Well, that's
while
what I
you're
was going to
pregnant
get to.
and-
I think it's people always ask, and this is my thing at the moment. Since Teddy was born, I haven't kept up my fitness as much as I would like, and also you're slow. There are a few things that haven't been that great with his sleeping and stuff like that, and I've just neglected bits of my own health, but I do think, and I would like to try it from now on. I'm 23 weeks now. I would like I think the idea that you can become fitter and healthier during pregnancy is absolutely 100% possible. Yeah. It's like it should be. It should be the biggest time that you try for that, because you're obviously that contributes to the health of somebody else as well. So that's
and
my
that doesn't
aim.
mean careful probably to point out that it's getting fitter and healthier. It doesn't mean putting extra strain on your body, and it doesn't mean
it's not
you're not
about
going to go out and start running marathons.
No,
and
no,
things.
no,
You're
no,
going to
No, not
You're
at all.
going to be
No.
very cautious in your approach,
Yeah.
especially to the fitness side of things.
I've certainly been cautious so far.
But you can, if you want to, you're not going to.
I'm not
You're not
trying-
going
I'm
to
not
ramp
saying-
up a
yeah,
huge.
no.
You're not going to start going to CrossFit and things like that.
No.
You're just going to be, being.
No, because you should use where you're at as a baseline.
Yeah. And you're just going to be
and not to try and be. You're not trying to use this as a time to become the sports person that you're
Yeah.
not for. But you can
just going to
obviously improve
be
it.
sensible in your approach to
Yeah.
physical activity and good nutrition.
Yeah.
And you're going to eat lots of spuds.
Yeah. But it's
But-
possible to end a pregnancy healthier, much more healthy than you began.
Yeah,
Definitely,
and
I'm sure.
you don't have to
Yeah.
wait until later to worry about
No,
your health.
no. And I think
I'll get this pregnancy and the breastfeeding out of the way, and then I'll worry about my health. You don't
That's
have to
right.
do it that way. You can do it now.
And two
Yeah.
things about that, and one you've already mentioned, is the fact that I think these are the biggest things that instead of what I think, which is that you can become healthier. I think people use it as I use it as a reason to not be as healthy. Like that, it's like there's some kind of protective thing going on whereby you can eat ice creams late at night and send out you for chips if I feel like it on a whim because you're somehow protected from that, or you're allowed to get away with that while
Yeah,
you're.
his stories
And
of-
I feel like it's the opposite. You shouldn't be doing that. You know, this is the worst time to not look after yourself. And the other side of it is that the eating for two myth. That is just such a myth. I mean, for a start, the second one of you is this big, and then this big, and only gets that big, hopefully. And
Yeah.
you know, that's
don't
a
require a
ridiculous
lot of
thing.
calories,
It's
do
not
they?
like you're feeding another adult, and I
Yeah.
think a lot of people do that. And that's my main two things. And the final thing I think is, and I know this is supported by lots of plant-based doctors, one of whom I'm going to mention later, who's an obstetrician, or has been an obstetrician by training. He talks about a healthy diet for pregnancy is just a healthy diet, and there's a couple of things you can add, which he's told me personally because I was lucky enough to meet him. We'll talk about that later. But
Okay.
a healthy diet is a healthy diet at any time in your life. And pregnancy, maybe you want to add a couple of things, but definitely not eating for two,
Right.
and definitely not going nuts on.
So what
Crazy
is
food.
your plan then, and what will you be sharing of your experience? We'll start with the diet. How are you going to eat?
Whole food, plant based, for the most part. I mainly do that. I eat pretty well, but I do sneak in junk food here and there. When I say junk food, it's like
Your junk food's pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good,
Your
but-
version of junk food and the old me's
Well,
version of junk food,
yeah.
they're two different things. So
quantity
to
is
say what...
yeah. It is
Yeah.
very different. And
For
peaches, as I said,
Mandy having a
peaches-
binge on
yeah.
junk food is like having a binge is like having a line from a chocolate
Yeah,
block
that's
instead of just one square.
I'm fortunate that I don't like soft drink, like soda. I just hate it. I always have. So that's never been a problem. I've also the other thing that people get hung up on is lollies and like candy and ice cream, and none of those things have really ever been my thing.
I bought Mandy a mocktail last night when we went out for dinner, and it was like fruit juices and stuff mixed together, so like fairly healthy, but
Oh,
a little
so
bit.
sweet.
It was like Mandy had about 3 sips. Oh, too sweet. I've had enough.
Kiddo was kicking and
I
going
could've done
nuts.
that.
So
I
it was
could've
just
done
like,
that.
"Ugh, nah." So but I do. My weakness is hot, salty, fatty things. So yeah, things like jam donuts, which I mean I never find them anyway because I'm vegan and it's hard to find. But you can get them, and sometimes I do, and yeah.
And
so
then you buy
stuff
6
like
of them and eat half of one, and then go, oh, I can't do that.
Yeah, I
and
feel
put the rest
sick.
in the bin.
Actually, what I've noticed these pregnancies are much more sensitive, so
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from, but so that's diet-wise, whole food, plant-based, and lots of spuds because there are still lots of spuds in our house at all times, and I'm just eating a couple.
Can we call it whole food spud based?
We can if you like, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but I'm eating whole grain pasta and brown rice and
Beans.
I eat lots of
greens.
legumes. I eat chickpeas like I could just eat a can, like tip it in. Beans, lots of veggies, lots of fruit. I haven't eaten the leafy greens that I ate last time. That I was eating huge big salads last time, like leading up to it, because Teddy caught us a bit by surprise, and I was eating really healthily at the time, and that was in big green salads. And I've noticed my iron is different this time because I've been eating less of that in general. And trying to ditch coffee because I didn't have any with Teddy, and this one I probably have one every couple of days or 3 days, sometimes every day for a few days, and we'll talk
right.
about coffee another time.
Other factors in your healthy pregnancy are
Moving.
What
This
are
is
your
my
main
issue.
plans for moving?
Just been very lazy.
You've not been a good mover
No,
lately.
I've been a good mover because I've felt
Historically,
sick.
you have been a very good mover, but lately not so. So
When you
what's
say
the plan?
historically, we're talking like prehistoric times.
You're a state level sprinter.
Well,
That's
at
pretty
one
good.
point,
So
at one point, but not. That's like a long time.
anyway, the point is now.
But-
What are we doing now?
I actually have been looking into going to the gym. I like to keep it as simple as possible. I hate classes and I hate anything in a team or not that I'm going to start a ball sport or anything right now. But I just want to go to. I'm not very good in the heat. I want to go to it's summertime here. I want to go to a a cold gym, like an ice box gym, and go in there and just walk on a stepper, like a staircase. Just walk slowly on that for an hour. and get cold again at the end of it before I leave to go out into the heat. That's all I really want to do is just move. If it's cool enough, like it's pretty cool today, then I can walk along the beach. I'm not really into running on hard surfaces. I just feel wrong when I do it, and that happened with Teddy too.
So you need somewhere to go when it's 40 degrees or...
Yeah, I want to go to a gym
120, 130 Fahrenheit. You need somewhere to go where there's air conditioning.
Yeah,
so
really
that you
cold.
can just take a relaxed walk on a treadmill or on a stepper. Or
and move. I don't
just
want to
get the heart
overheat.
rate to a moderate level. Though. You're not trying to get.
You should still be able to talk, I think, and I don't want to have overheating is really dangerous, and
right.
that's not a good idea. And
right.
so pretty easy, low impact because your muscles, your bones, the joints. There's relaxin, something about relaxin.
Yeah,
you would know more about that.
I don't know. Make your joints more flexible so that babies can come out easily.
Yay!
All right, so this is getting a bit long, but what are you hoping to share and hoping for other people to get from watching your journey?
I think just...
I don't like saying journey. I
hate the word journey.
But I don't know a better
One.
word.
I know. We need to get the thesaurus.
Yeah.
I want to share food that I'm eating. Just generally, like, I'm not a complicated cook. Sometimes I like fancy stuff sometimes, but I'd rather someone else cook it. So now I do go out too much. That's one thing. You don't realise how much bad food you're eating by doing that. Food both in and out of home. How to eat out healthily, and also I'll do some exercise stuff, and you can be there for part of that.
Yeah.
And maybe if I'm talking to the camera, then I know I'm exercising just at the right level.
Last thing is, do you have a goal for yourself for
I'm
all
not
this?
measuring. I didn't actually weigh myself beforehand, so I don't know what I did.
I don't think
I don't want to do anything like that.
I don't think weight would be a healthy goal, but
no.
Maybe a habit-based kind of goal.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So,
actually, there's another thing I meant to bring in. I'll say quickly the 4 cornerstones things of like good health in general, which is that sleep, the New Normal project stuff. Yeah. So we've got some friends, Claire and Andrew Davies, who are amazing, and they've got this.
Look up the New Normal project.
Yeah, look at it. It's great.
They're good.
But sleep. Obviously nutrition, mindfulness, so a bit of meditation. And Claire told me that she wakes up every morning and thinks before she does anything else, she thinks about what she's grateful for. And I just think I've been trying to do that a bit. Usually forget, but that and the last one. So movement, nutrition, sleep, and community. Oh, mindfulness. I don't know whether this must be 5. And community. So, and that's a big thing. There's such a huge thing. It's a pentagon. It's a huge thing for new parents, like especially mums, I guess, but also dads, because we had a terrible time after Teddy. Like we just had no one around, and it was just awful. And I would want to really avoid that. So maybe I'll touch on all of those 5 things.
Maybe those are things for other videos.
Yeah, they are. But you asked what I wanted
to
talk about. So I'm having a hard time with you interrupting me today.
Yeah, well, be your own medicine.
We'll call it payback.
Mandy, hey, I'll have to just spill the beans on something here. But I'm in this video because Mandy tried many times to do it by herself and wasn't happy with it. No. So now I'm here, and now she's complaining about me being here.
Good reason.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Good reason. No worries. All right, there you go. Keep watching, and hopefully once a week we'll have a video or an update of some kind from Mandy about being pregnant and eating potatoes and other things.
Maybe I should get an email at yourspudfit.com and people can write
good idea
pregnancy things to me.
That's a good idea. We'll try and organise that before the next video.
And we can share bump photos. Anyone want to see the bump?
Yeah, stand up. I was scared. I was going to ask, but I was scared to ask because I thought you might get angry.
There it is.
Woo! Hello, little sprout.
Do something. It's a boy.
All right.
Another boy.
Spud up, everyone.
Yeah.
Spud up, Mandy.
Spud up.
Spud up, little Spud.
Yeah.